Now, if you were doing that on a computer, making up a password and confirming it, you think that your information would be safe. And right now, because you don't know where your card is, you know that it's lost in the packet. But I'm going to use my best intuition, as well as a little special ability at hacking your password. Instead of guessing, I'm going to tell you exactly. Slide the top card off the packet, the first face-down card, and turn it over. That's exactly the card that you selected.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Very nice.
A little magic on the radio. Hope you guys had
nice.
success with that at home, too.
Wow. See, now I'm going to listen to the replay tonight.
I was thinking the exact same thing
right.
and just do it like 50 more times.
Yeah, try it out.
I was going to be like, really?
Play it for your friends, yeah.
Right. Yeah, so, you know, I guess, I don't know, the replay... I'm going to be... what am I talking about? I'm going to be... An hour. When does the replay get loaded?
Pretty quickly, actually.
Within a few minutes? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Scott's been...
Well, that's what I'm going to be doing after the show. Just going to be home with a pack of cards.
Can't accept phone calls. Nobody call us today.
Don't bother me. I'm playing cards.
Let me know if it worked. Post on my Facebook, Matt Roberts Comedy Magic. Let me know how it worked for you.
Dude, that is cool.
Thanks a lot.
That is way cool.
Very nice. Matt...
Because the thing is, you don't know... Because the password could be of varying lengths.
That's right. Yeah, it could be
any.
any.
You didn't ask for a particular, because that would be easy enough to do if you just counted cards.
Right, but everybody picks their own password. In fact, people usually use the password they use to log in online. Passwords that you're supposed to keep secret. So yeah, there's no way to know what the password is, and yeah, a really different way of doing magic just through audio. So.
That's neat, though.
Yeah. Very nice.
And I like when things actually make the listener or the assistant of any kind have to do something, have to actively think, and not just assume that it's just going to happen. Because you have to follow the instructions, you have to be able to really keep up, and that's great. I think it's good to do that to an audience instead of just dumbing it down for them. Because a lot of times, people just want somebody floating.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Make them float.
Yeah, I know, but they say make them float, and then you say. Again, if it's on not to knock television, I'm just saying it's easier to be skeptical on television.
Definitely. And Matt, I like how on your webpage you do have a picture with David Copperfield.
I do, yeah. I couldn't resist putting that up there.
Of course.
I got a chance to see it. I've got one up with Lance Burton, too, who's another
I love how Lance
favorite
Burton
magician.
has a shirt with his own name on it.
That's right. That's right.
These gentlemen.
Hey, it's show business
That's
marketing.
True.
You got to get your name
Trust
out
me,
there.
Usually my company name's on my shirt, too. Not today.
Right.
Darn it.
I know, I've got them too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they were very nice to me. It's always cool to meet your heroes, and in magic you can really do it. It's kind of a small community, so it's possible,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess in that sense that you don't have. I'm not saying that other fields of entertainment they're not friendly with each other. I mean, sure people are, but I guess it even behooves all of you to help each other out just to keep the art alive, because it is difficult. But I think it's always going to endure. It's endured for so many centuries. Now, do you ever do the just for your own amusement the shell game thing?
I do a little bit of close-up magic.
See, that's not going to work in a big theater.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. The focus on most of the things I do is the bigger shows, the stage shows, after-dinner shows for banquets and things. But I do some close-up magic. Every once in a while I'll do, usually paired up with my after-dinner show, I'll do walk-around magic at a cocktail party, something like that, where I'll do things that, magic that happens in people's hands, and, magic that's really right up close, kind of under your nose.
Now, are they more susceptible at a cocktail party?
Yeah, right, yeah, it makes the magic
wonderful.
easier to do, right, exactly, a couple hours in, and it's real simple, but...
Now, do you have, all right, so you go over the in-laws for Christmas or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I mean, people constantly come up to you, hey, do a trick.
No, not really, not at the in-laws and things. I've got a godson, a couple of little nephews, and I love doing magic for them. They usually ask to see something, so I try and keep on my toes to show them something new every time, but... yeah, every once in a while, it's, show me, people will be like, oh, you find out you're a magician, show me a trick, or, people find out somebody's a comedian, they say, oh, tell me a joke, But, no, I don't mind that. And,
you don't?
No, but, a lot of it is at my shows. A lot of these people come to see my shows, too, so they get to see it on stage,
Yeah, so they don't have to, it would bother me, but I'm curmudgeonly.
Yeah.
Now, fortunately for me, I have no talent, so no one's ever asked me to, hey, do that. No, people do because... they'll say, for instance, I used to work in the, I'm not saying I'm done with it, but I used to work in the restaurant business, used a 10 bar, and I'm funny. I'm a funny bartender. That was my thing, because I was very weak on the technicals. I was gin and tonic, how do you make that? But no, if you say it the right way, they laugh.
Yeah.
And but so I would be that way. And I remember my last gig up in Maine, where I was the manager, so I wasn't behind the bar all the time, but I was sometimes, and I had been at first, and it was funny, And I'd walk over to the bar, and one of the bartenders would say, "Hey, Faust, be funny for them." Or, "Hey, Faust, go tell them a joke."
Yeah.
And I said, I don't feel, I'm just in the middle of the schedule here. I don't feel like telling a joke.
It's situational.
I hate that, but you don't mind that when people
No,
come
it's
up to
okay.
you.
People expect it, but I don't get I don't get too much of that. But yeah, when somebody asks me to see a trick, I can usually oblige.
Yeah.
See, that's neat. I don't really have that gift, except being that I'm a person who's used to sing a lot. I usually get that, sing something. Now on the technical side of things, what's somebody going to yell at me? Make a movie quickly for me. Yeah, edit. Come on, special effects.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but
Really?
Yeah, do some special effects. No, but you're very clever. I mean, I can see myself doing that. Hey, David, can you make a movie?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I do tend to work really well with time crunches.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You have to.
I have to.
Yeah. What is Matt? What do you think? What is down the road for you? Is there a trick you haven't done that you want to that's complicated, or because of economics haven't done, or is it, or you know what I mean? Is there something like, geez, I'm gonna. You said, well, maybe when I'm too old to travel around, I'll move to Vegas and enjoy the desert climate.
Maybe.
But you know what I mean? Is there something like that? That's saying something that you sort of have in the back of your mind that you haven't gotten around to yet.
The main thing I have in the back of my mind is having my own theater show somewhere, like a resident place, not necessarily Vegas, but I spend a lot of time looking around in this area of places where I could kind of have a regular running show, not necessarily every day, but something that would be a home base for me. I actually started doing something like this with a theater in Newport, the Jane Pickens Theater, and I had a running show last summer down there, and I was kind of the resident live show there. That theater's up for sale right now if anybody has a few $1 million.
Is it after all these years?
Right, yeah. Great little space. But I'm always looking for a new place to kind of, kind of plant down some roots and have a home base, amidst all the traveling around to go to people, bring my show to them. I'd love to have them come to me.
Have you ever considered, I mean, I don't know what exactly your act, but from what I do know of your act, in Fall River, we're trying to get, there's a group here of very dedicated people. There are a lot of groups trying to get things going. One of them is, of course, the Capitol Theater Project. One of them is the Children's Museum. It's looking for a permanent home. And, of course, Providence has one. You do a lot of stuff for grown-ups, but and you have done, well, of course, Sesame Street is for grown-ups. The big
Really
secret
is.
is it's really not for the kids.
Right, exactly.
But, don't tell the kids. But, have you ever, I don't know if some children's museums have performances. Have you ever thought about something like that?
That would actually be great. Something like that. I've got a good family show, and even my stuff for corporate, everything's all clean and above board. But magic has always appealed to all ages. So something like that would be great.
You'd be great with kids.
Yeah. I enjoy performing for kids too.
One of these days, we're going to have the people from the Children's Museum, which again is sort of a museum without a home right now, but. They are working on getting a building, one of the school buildings that Fall River has replaced, and we're going to get them on one of these days.
We can ask the mayor about that.
You ask the mayor about that, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, about the Children's Museum. Why doesn't it done
what's
already?
up? Just what's up?
That's not the mayor's fault, but
no,
I would like to ask the city council about that one.
Yeah.
But maybe we hook you guys up sometime.
Yeah.
But I just see you doing that. I can see you really being great with entertaining kids as well as the grown-ups.
Oh yeah, I really enjoy that.
Now, Matt, do you find it challenging though to try to promote yourself as as a clean act, as something that isn't willing to necessarily do certain things?
Well, in certain markets, I guess. In the corporate market, it's a necessity because nobody wants to be embarrassed in front of the boss, and I've always worked that way anyway. I've always been, that's just kind of my nature of the stuff that I do is clean. But I guess in the kind of in the stand-up comedy world, I mean, I've worked some stand-up comedy nights and, some, clubs and things like that, and I think they kind of expect it. I mean, when it comes out that it is clean, it's kind of like, oh well, if it was funny, I guess it doesn't really matter. But yeah, they kind of expect you to have some kind of off-color tinge to it. But no, that's never been my
It
thing.
is a tough road, but Seinfeld is famous for that. For
exactly,
never
most successful comedian in the world.
That's the thing. I talk about that. I talk sometimes about being positive, and we criticize things here. It's a radio show, but we try to be positive. We try, we're excited about the Capitol Theater, and the Children's Theater, which we haven't really hooked up with them yet, but stuff like that. We're excited about growth and good things happening, and I think that you can be that way. I don't think you have to be, negative, but negative in talk shows, radio shows is sort of the easy way, but I don't think you have to be. And it's sort of like in comedy, getting a little blue, as they say, is the easy way,
Exactly.
but you don't have to be. You can buck that trend and in some cases be more successful at it than the people who are taking the easy way.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you see a lot of guys, get the flop sweat, and the first thing they come in with is a 4-letter word to kind of pull themselves out of
Just to
it.
make it
Cheap
easy.
laugh, and there's a place for that. But that's never been my thing.
Well, I can't believe it. We're out of time. We've been visiting with Matt Roberts. He's a brilliant magician. He has a website, mattrobertsmagic.com. I'm going to put a link up on my Linkorama on faustfiore.net.
And stay tuned for our first ever web extra featuring
You
Matt
got
Roberts.
it?
No, we're going to do one.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. All right. We're going to do a web extra. That's right. Matt's going to do something for the camera. Okay, we got the DJ Mix Show coming up next, and then the ladies' room at 1. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow with the mayor.
Broke 'cause it's old.